Cell phones and phone services. I also probably fuck your mama and your daddy, so don't test me.
Damn. He said, fuck your mama and your daddy.
At the same time.
I'm not going to say nothing, but I'll watch. Nah, I'm just kidding. We're the Twins Podcast.
He's
welcome. My name is Adrian.
My name is Steven.
And we're just here to talk shit and bring you information that we find interesting. One love. Anything to say, Steven? Anything else? You want these people of the masses to hear?
Remember, don't trust your government or your gross corporation.
We're getting canceled so fast. I'm kidding. Not today's episode. Most likely, this will be our first episode. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. But today is all about Fallout, a series that just came out. What is it, last week?
Yes.
Last week, early April, a little April treat.
It was literally less than like a week ago, I want to say. Because it has not been out that long.
I controlled myself for like 3 days. And then after that, I just fucking binged it.
Yeah, I did not bother controlling myself. Because I had seen the trailers, I saw the concept pictures, and I was just like, I want everything there is to do with this in my face right now.
What, dude, right? And what I liked about what Amazon kind of did was they kind of waited to like tell everybody, and then it was like out. You know what I mean? It wasn't a long wait, because I remember hearing about it, and then I feel like maybe, I don't know, a couple months, and it was it's out.
I think what happened was we heard the proposal of the idea,
and we didn't believe it, right?
And then all of a sudden they're like, so we're paying for this now.
Dude, okay. Because I was thinking about it, I was like, I heard about it, but I didn't hear any, like, it wasn't like an uproar of like.
Honestly, it wasn't until they unveiled the power armor that everyone started going like, oh, so this is really happening.
Yeah, exactly. Because once I saw it, I was like, oh shit, they got fucking the pictures, you know how they like usually like leak out or whatever.
Yeah.
So like it was showing like legitness, and I was all, oh fuck, they put money into this shit. Like they're fucking around, and I'm glad, because sometimes they fuck up. Like there's certain, like, you know what I mean? Like there's certain shows that were just kind of like, exactly what I thought they were gonna be.
Yeah.
You know, and then this one was like, because to me, I know nothing about Fallout, the series, like only like a little bit, you know, just basic shit. So when I was watching it, I was like, oh fuck, like I need to ask the other twin, Steven, what the fuck is going on? Is it what did you find about the series that gave the video games justice in a way?
Well, beyond everything, honestly, everything you see, because they did really well on the costumes, like the general setting, very much convincing of a wasteland. There was hardly any water, a little like maybe pools of water, and a radiated lake. Yeah. That made sense.
Yeah.
And the thing about Fallout is it is absolutely can be just as silly as you saw in the show. It can be very serious, like you saw in the show.
Yeah.
The best part about it is that shit could be happening simultaneously, the silliness and the seriousness, and it is perfectly believable, canon, whatever you want to call it.
No, okay.
Because like when you're playing Fallout, some versions you can see things just happening in the background. Maybe like NPCs are getting chased by a rad roach.
Yeah.
But like the silliness you see
roach.
in yeah, right? Like that's what they're called. Rad roaches.
I know.
And the best part is it gets so much of the games right.
Yeah.
And when I looked it up, it actually takes place after Fallout 4.
Oh, so that's where
it is technically canon.
Okay.
It is canon, and it is supposed that with the ending we got.
And Fallout 4, what's the actual? Is it just Fallout 4?
It's one of the games. So,
there's no other name with it? Just
Fallout 4, yeah. So there's Fallout 1, 2, and then there were some spin-offs like Tactics and Brotherhood of Steel.
Because like Las Vegas or something.
New Vegas. That was the first spin-off that became canon.
Okay, because
That is the first spin-off.
see, I always, like I said, I don't pay attention to the series like at all.
Yeah,
because
a lot of fans consider the others, all of them, canon. But like the thing is about New Vegas is that it was extremely popular when it was played.
Because legitimately was the first Fallout I've ever, like, any merchandise or anything. That was the first one I ever played, and I hated it.
Oh, I feel you.
I was just walking around.
I get you, because it's really hard. Like you have to have a curious mind.
I don't think I could run.
No, you couldn't. That was the weird part about the Xbox. No, that's the weird part.
Horrible.
The Xbox port of New Vegas, you could not sprint.
Oh,
but in the PC version, you could.
See, okay, that's fucked up.
It is fucked up, but like,
because I hate.
To be honest, a mod could probably figure that.
That's what, after that, I thought all of them were like that.
To be honest, that's why Fallout has a pretty heavy modding community.
Yeah.
So like, people will make small adjustments to the game that they think are like worthwhile, or maybe it just makes it a little more fun. But like, that's the fun about Fallout, is just making it more and more like what you want. It's like having your own little tabletop.
So I remember, I don't know if it was last week or this week. It might have been last week. But you were talking about, in our group chat, the boys, a shout out to the homies. They also have a podcast coming out whenever the fuck we all get together. One love. But you were talking about in the group chat about the theory of choice, or the theme, my bad.
Yes.
The theme of choice. Could you more explain that or elaborate more?
So a big thing about Fallout is that it is an open world RPG, meaning that that not that this is true in every open world RPG, but the thing about Fallout is that your choices, the way you choose to go about things, make a difference in the story.
Okay.
So like, if I choose to be a pretty bad guy in the beginning, but does it for good, people will notice.
So where she was like trying to decide, because for me, when you said that, the scene that popped in my head was like,
oh yes, yeah,
she was choosing the
choosing
gun
the knife and the gun. Okay. Yes,
because I was like, that makes sense.
Because like, that's the thing, you can do like a completely bloody mess.
They did it again with the suit. Remember at the end, they're like, fuck these motherfuckers, we should just take it. She's like, come on, bruh. Like,
yeah,
my daddy.
The theme of choice.
But then it turned out her daddy.
Yes.
Hey, spoiler alert! We're talking about the whole season here. So if you don't want to hear spoilers, please subscribe, follow, like us, but get the fuck out, because we ain't. We love you guys. We don't want to be those people. But spoiler alert! I'll give you a good 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
He speaks in money, not time,
dude. The irony of it. When she did not want to kill all those people because her daddy.
Yeah.
What would her daddy think? Yes. And then she learns the truth
about her father, who chose to do all of this.
Oh,
just as he chose to do all this, he chose to try to be a good person. Maximus chose to lie about Titus. Everyone makes their choices. Howard Cooper, whatever his name was, did not have to end up the ghoul. He could have been like
the brain dude.
The brain box
was crazy cool.
The brain box they get bigger. That's the thing. In the game, they get bigger. They have arms and stuff. Okay,
that's what I expect.
They can do that. They like run on little treadmill tracks almost.
Yeah,
but like, the fact that they included that at all was great, because those are pretty rare in the Fallout games as you're exploring. Like, some areas will have more.
Yeah.
Like in Fallout 4 New Harbor DLC, right? There's an area that's populated entirely by rich people inside those kind of robots. Dude. And you solve like a murder and everything.
It's great. That what the city is at the end?
No, that's New Vegas.
That's
New Vegas.
So what I thought was the Seattle Space Needle is the Vegas Seattle Space Needle?
Yes.
Okay.
That's New Vegas Strip.
See, I was like, that looks like Seattle, but
so here's the thing. I'm gonna spoil New Vegas for you.
Go ahead.
There is an ending where you can side with the leader of Robco, Mr. House, that young guy. Mm-hmm. He becomes mummified and turns himself into a computer, right? He asks you to get back his chip so he can create an army of robots to help protect his own little oasis in the Mojave. the ending is that you do help him, and you help become like the new like leader of the Mojave Strip. So that might be canon with what we saw at the end, because there were a lot of destroyed Securitrons. But there's another theory based on the DLC of that game.
Season 2, baby.
There's another theory based on the DLC of that game, and it's where either two different types of monsters. Either the cloud happens, where it leaks out from the Sierra Madre into the New Vegas Strip, or tunnelers end up creating a nest under the New Vegas Strip and end up invading. So it could be like barren for like nothing. It's all because of the choices that happen in the ending of the DLC.
So was the town that he blew up, the dad, a real town in the game? The Shady
Sands was in the first game, and it's where you first kind of like see the headquarters of the NCR.
Okay.
But the thing is about the show, I don't think the NCR is dead. I think they're just scattered. Because
what exactly is the NCR?
The New California Republic, right?
Okay.
Was a faction.
Acronyms. One love.
Yes, right. So they stands for the New California Republic, and they're like a remnants of a new government. They're trying to recreate order amongst the wasteland.
So the whole cold fusion thing was that in California. The game?
The cult?
The cold fusion thing at the end, where they like lit up all the fucking lights and shit.
Kind of. There are ways to be able to give the waste. Like, there are some games that let you do like a power system and be able to create generators. Like, you can sabotage the generators. I think of a vault, like in Fallout New Vegas.
So,
but like cold fusion is basically like not quite there yet.
Yeah.
Because we still have all these fusion cores and fusion cells and all these things that can still burn out. Whereas that is a whole new concept for Fallout. Is the idea of still having limitless energy, which would have made sense for dropping the bombs.
So in the video games, is there like, because in the show Maximus and the leader, they have that moment where they're talking about how like them two are going to recreate the Brotherhood. Does that happen in the games since this is after 4, right?
Yes. So here's the thing. Across the 200 years, obviously each faction has its ups and downs.
Yeah.
One of which is the Brotherhood of Steel. If you decide to go against the Brotherhood of Steel in Fallout 4, basically that means you destroy the Pridwin or you leave them alone. But like the Pridwin is a giant airship like we saw in the show.
Oh, so that's why I've been seeing them trying to say it is canon, because there's been like talking about like it isn't, but it is, but you know, like I've been seeing so many like
it's nerds arguing.
Yeah, because they did bring up the airship. One of the things we're saying, the airship has a lot to do with.
But supposedly that's a different airship.
Oh, see, that's what I'm saying. I don't know much about it, so I'm like, I don't even know. I just love the show. The show is beautiful.
The show is beautiful.
Fucking
it is
show.
Well written. They have plenty of material. My God. My favorite is that each character, the Ghoul, Lucy, and Maximus, are different. Someone pointed out that they're different different playstyles.
Who's the actor?
Which one?
Can you look him up? The Ghoul. Because the homie.
Something.
He was in Ant-Man. He was in a bunch of stuff I like. But he said he didn't even play any of the video games. He just went off the script and just made it his own. That's
Cooper
why
Howard
it's so good.
Played by...
Our tech guy. But hey, how are you guys
doing?
Walton
Goggins, which honestly he perfectly
Melton?
fits.
What's his name?
Walton Goggins.
Walton or Melton?
Walton.
No, he's been in a few movies I like. He's always playing the bad guy or like the dumb dude that he was in that one cowboy movie with Samuel L. Jackson. But
that dude also was playing the Ghoul, and he was also in the Hateful Eight.
I like that guy.
He is pretty cool, and honestly, I like the way he played because I don't think he's necessarily evil.
No, and he said in the interview he didn't watch anything. He didn't know anything about Fallout, to be honest. He was kind of just like, "Hey."
That just proves how good of an actor he is because he fucking killed it.
Dude, he was my favorite part.
He was a cowboy in the post-apocalypse.
The homie's dog. Cool. I was like,
yes, he just took that dog. I was like,
oh shit! Yeah. So So that serum that dude got made him into a ghoul, right? The homie Titus, whatever his name is. Not
No, that
Titus.
was
That was the other night.
the Squire.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
the
dude.
Squire, the
Because
white
remember
one.
he got stabbed with an arrow? Remember that?
Yes,
Who's that dude? That dude,
Fuck,
I know
what was
that
his
dude.
name?
The one that was living in the hut? Because he's like a funny ass comedian. That dead. There you go. That
Michael
dude.
Rappaport.
Yeah, Michael Rappaport was a good.
DJ Carl for Fred Armisen.
Yes, Fred. Fred Armisen's hilarious. You never watched any of his shows? That dude's hella funny. It's so cringy. Oh, but Michael Rappaport as fucking Titus or whatever, that was a funny find. That dude's like hella funny.
Dude, some people
They
are
go
like,
down.
we can't watch it no more
I wanna
because of
see
him.
if
And I'm
they-
like, honestly, it was
Him?
kind of satisfying to see him die.
Yeah, dude.
It was kind
Everyone
of
hates
satisfying.
Michael Rappaport.
It was kind of satisfying to see
Right?
him die. I'm
Go
just like,
down.
you know
that
what?
dude?
It's fitting.
Yes.
Dude!
I loved him.
His
What's his
the
name?
special effects for his shit is fucking Uncanny
Go up. I'm gonna
Valley
see his
Central.
name. Or read his name.
Chris Parnell.
Yeah, the dude with one eye. Oh, dude, would you rather have one eye or an ear on your forehead?
The one eye.
Yeah. Well, imagine how much cocaine that dude could take. I can snippy snip.
Chris,
Straight to the brain,
this one?
bro. No, the dude with two noses.
Oh, I forgot.
Dude, the one on the forehead. That fool could be taking line after line. Oh, that was cool. Matt Berry.
Oh, that was great.
I actually like that dude.
I love. He does Codsworth's voice so well.
Fuck it. Okay, there's more. There's that dude from Chips. Oh, that was a cool. That dude's hella creepy.
I honestly forgot what you've seen him in, but I remember his name.
He's in some creepy. The dude from Chips. What is his name? Oh, it didn't have him. How racist.
I think this is just episode 7 though. That's
cool. Oh, okay. No, that was the fucking.
Yeah, I can see it.
Can you look up Chips? Gotta give him a shout out because that was cool. I haven't seen him since I was
Chips or Chips?
Yeah, right there.
Oh, that Chips.
Yeah, it's him. He's the dad of Tommy or whatever. Yeah. Yeah, fucking Eric Estrada is in Fallout. Fuck yeah. Eric Estrada's in Fallout. He's the dude, Tommy's dad, the one that gets shot, and fucking the ghouls all fucking like, your brother, Tommy.
Oh, yeah. He plays the dad.
You want him to kill your sister? He's like that. You want him to kill your sister? And I'm just like, fucking Eric Estrada is making a cameo in Fallout? What the fuck? He must play it, or his fucking kids must play it.
That's fucking great.
Because, like, straight up. And that's sad they didn't put him in, like, this Eric Estrada is a fucking legend. Fucking love that dude. Chips. I would always watch that on my grandma. Because she thought he was so handsome, his hair. She's like, oh, yeah, Nicky, begging. I was like, oh, shit. Now I calm down. She was like, he could put his shoes next to my bed any day. I was like, what?
Oh, my God.
No, she. And she was like, I was like, fucking Eric Estrada. I gotta tell my mom about that shit. She's gonna be like, what are you talking about? The homie from Chips? I'm like, yeah, the dude, the cop, Mexican cop, fucking arresting his own people and shit. Nah, I'm just kidding.
So, like, the entirety of Ice.
You think they have like ice machines, and they're just like
Fallout?
No, with ice like headquarters, and they're just like
no. The best part is if there is someone goes, go get me some ice from the machine, and like, sir, we are the machine.
Can we talk about the way Maximus described ejaculation?
Oh, that was hilarious and sounds exactly like what the Brotherhood would teach.
Really?
Yeah, dude, they're like a weird cult.
Yeah.
Like, to be honest,
why did that
they're a weird cult.
Cut her own foot in the boot?
What?
She said she did it. His friend. The one.
Oh, she said she was scared.
Pussy.
Yeah, she was scared to go into the wilds because, like, honestly, man, you could die any day, even in those.
They all thought it was him.
Yeah,
he
didn't come forward.
Even I kind of slightly thought it was him.
I know. At first, I was like, "Is he lying?"
Yeah, because he kind of gave that look like I thought about it. But then he did say he thought about like doing something. But then he was like, "Nah, I'm not doing it." That's why I was like, "What the fuck, bitch? You did yourself? Fuck!" It's like this one movie, The Sandcastle, with this homie. He went to like Iraq, but he wanted to get out, so he put it.
Dude, they've all have their stats released by Bethesda.
Oh, okay.
So each character, in the world of Fallout, when you create your character, all of your skills and stats are out of 7 categories labeled special, and each one stands for something like strength, perception, endurance. You know.
So what's the Pepsi Cola thing about? I feel like they put a lot of emphasis like on, like it had a lot of like
Nuka.
Yeah,
Nuka. That's their version of Coca-Cola.
So are they kind of making fun of Coca-Cola?
Kind of.
Because honestly, that's
how it is everywhere. Yes,
because they totally made it like that movie where it has like endorsements, but it has to make it like I don't know if you ever watched Charmed. Like I love Charmed, so like I watched the newer version of Charmed, and they had the Chime fucking credit card, the debit card, or whatever. You can tell it was an endorsement because they would like fucking use it as like a fucking advertisement every chance they could. Like if she was just buying a coffee, it'd be like zoom in on the Chime card.
So it's like this whole thing. Imagine if Coca-Cola was so big. Is it just because
the era?
Yes.
You know what it is? It's okay.
Well, it's part of that. Okay. But the thing is, remember, Coca-Cola has existed for a long time. So imagine if they had a mascot like this.
Well, they do. It's a polar bear.
Well, yeah, but imagine if it was a hot chick with a back rocket.
They do. So it's like fucking basically just
Coca-Cola.
Okay.
And there's another one called Sunset Sarsaparilla.
But how? So
that's like the rival.
So another question would be, obviously they invested in the vaults.
Right? Oh yeah, Vault Tech,
like the new company or whatever.
Yeah,
the new cola company, because they have their it's been 200 years, right?
Yeah,
and they still have like syrup or they still have the ability to go to the machine and like get one.
Yeah.
So that means they're obviously like.
Oh yeah, no. Because the thing about Fallout is all the ideas that these companies know each other.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's what I got from that whole meeting where like the ghoul homie was like kind of like.
Like it wouldn't surprise me if Vault Tech owned a part of Nuka-Cola.
Oh, okay.
Would not surprise me.
Or if it was just like a cover kind of, and they kind of just owned it.
Oh, like it was just like to help them
Disney
generate revenue.
Yeah, like how every big company is kind of.
Yeah.
They just own it, but they don't tell no one.
Yeah.
Like Disney, that's why I like Disney, because I think they're funny as fuck. Because they're like, oh, we don't like violence, but then they own all the companies that make
violent movies,
and it's like, oh, fuck you,
oh
yeah, that's Disney. I'm gonna edit that out. I don't want to get sued. Love you, Disney. But fucking A. Yeah, because I was like, this is great, and it made me want corn.
What?
Yeah, Fallout made me want to eat corn because it was everywhere. Like, because they grew it. Like, it made such emphasis on life. Like, corn and life are kind of hand on hand. Like, when they went to that, was it 33? Was it 33 where they went and it was like all the corn had died? So kind of like civilization in a way.
Oh, you mean those cornfields?
Yeah, how they were kind of all dead.
Yeah, but that's because those cornfields weren't tended to for a long time.
No, but the show in itself made if for me, because I like making videos and directing type shit, like seeing scenes and it seemed like they made a really strong emphasis on corn, because even when she went to the New Republic, they had corn, and it was thriving, and she was like corn and livelihood was kind of like intertwined. I thought that was cool. Like if the director like legitly was like, I'm gonna make this like even the colors they were wearing, like certain things were just like, oh, they're making an era but they're like putting like how growing things legitly is like important as fuck, and corn in itself is important as fuck. Because even right now in society, corn is very important. Like we feed it to our cattle, they feed us, and then like it goes like hand to hand. And I thought like fucking Fallout, you're just making me want corn. Like a fucking going outside and yelling for a corn homie. Like I'm glad I live in Cali because we actually have them everywhere, which is beautiful. Like when I was in Vegas, no one like there was nothing like that. You know what I mean? There was no like random cholo driving down the street hella slow, bumping oldie music. Like there was none of that like cruising type culture. And fucking A. If I was in Fallout, that would be fucking crazy. I don't think I would want to be in a vault though. Maybe. Maybe. I like how Maximus totally just like went with it after a while. He fucking was just chilling, eating popcorn. See? Popcorn.
Yeah.
Fucking A. More corn shit.
He was just like chilling in the vault, like, I can get used to this.
Yeah, he was like, and he's seen Lucy all getting handed away. He's all looking at the popcorn like, fuck.
Like, now I have to give this up.
Yeah, he went and stole like their fusion core or whatever. And then he was like, hey, what's up, motherfucker? They're letting me go. Oh, really? Fuck.
Oh.
Someone should check on that guy. That was hilarious. He's all, can't breathe. He's all fucking dying and shit. That's why, that was the scene that made me go like, oh, fucking new cola is like an important thing. Because when he threw the machine, everyone was like, no! I didn't get mine yet, you know? Like
I think they just didn't want him throwing shit in their vault.
They all looked thirsty as fuck. They all looked a little more thirsty when he was throwing it. I was like, man, I love it. Because it made me want a Coke too. I don't even like Coke. I'm a Pepsi person. I was like, damn it. They're even getting me. Because they probably collabed with Coke or something, right? Like, because if I was Fallout, I would be selling that shit. Like little new cola cans new cola bottles or something, you know? Like a 6-pack. Because why wouldn't you?
I hope this helps pay for Fallout 5, 6, and 7.
So,
I genuinely
when's
do.
the last time a Fallout came out? It was like 76 or whatever?
Yes, and its launch was horrible.
I heard about that.
Its launch was so bad, its player base abandoned the game for like a year and a half. That's how long it took for them to fix everything.
Holy shit.
And then Fallout 4 is getting a new update.
So the servers were just like open range, like no one was on them?
Not no one was on them, but like you.
So how is 76 now? Like it's
way better. It performs better.
Like what is it? Is it different? Like,
it's like an online Fallout.
Yeah, okay.
So the way it works is
open
that
world concept?
They're all open world, but yes, you can end up in places that might be too high for you.
Okay.
You can make friends. And at some point you can also make a base that has the ability to shoot off a nuke. Yes, you can nuke each other.
That's pretty fucking hilarious.
But the idea behind Fallout 76's story is that you're part of the first set of Reclamation Day.
Okay.
Like
Reclamation
to repopulate the world and help organize it and stuff like that.
Yeah. Basically what they've been getting ready for centuries.
Yes, but the thing about Lucy's vault is that I don't think they were meant to open.
Oh, we never talked about that. The whole mutant vault. So,
the mutant vault? Which one?
The one Lucy got like banished from.
Oh, that's right.
When she was like,
and the funny thing is, they make it seem like it's gonna be this big thing, and then they just make it so silly.
Because they talk about it, they like do a little like thing about it later, where the ghoul homie, what's his name? Like his character's name, do you know?
Cooper Howard.
Yeah, him when he's like sitting there and like the commercial comes on with him like with the scientist of that vault.
Yeah,
I thought that was pretty cool. Like a little like fuck, like this dude's kind of involved in the whole thing. Like legit. Like he probably feels so much guilt, and like the character himself was just like he's a badass, but also you see like the sadness. You know, like you see like. Fuck, he's dealing with some fucking crazy ass shit besides just being a ghoul. like he's being alive all those years, fucking actually being hands on with where it began. Like the opening scene, the first episode is, or like not the opening scene, but like the first episode where him and his daughter, and they see the explosion is just like, and those parents are assholes, bro. They're all talking shit. They're like, why is he doing birthday parties? You know?
Oh yeah,
like, oh,
that just made me think like,
fucking assholes.
Like, dude, that just made me think about like there's every community has those kind of parents.
Mm-hmm.
Every community has those parents that'll talk shit or someone that'll talk.
Yeah, because even the daughter overheard and she was all like, "What are they talking about, Dad?" And he's like, "What's alimony?" He's like, "Oh, it's a game or some shit," you know. And I was like,
"Oh yeah, he lied about that."
Yeah, I was like, "Good for you, bro." Sometimes being a parent, you gotta lie for their own good.
Just because some information is not necessary.
So season 2, what do you think season 2 is gonna involve? Since you've seen what season 1 is, you know the video games more than I. What do you think they're gonna introduce? Like, what do you think the ending scene means?
Hope they talk about what happened after New Vegas because it takes place before Fallout 4.
Yeah.
But technically, all those things can happen at the same time. Not simultaneously, but in the sense that, like, there's something happening in the background. I hope to see the NCR more.
Because are they bigger? Is it a bigger organization?
Well, if what they said about Sandy Hooks is in line with the games, then that means the NCR is scattered. One thing I do want to talk about on Fallout is that I've been seeing like little pockets of hate for the show because it's quote unquote woke, which I think is
what
fucking
do you mean?
Hilarious.
Wait. Could you retract? What are you talking about?
So, some people think it's gone woke because it has a female lead. A lot of the white guys look weak or evil by comparison to the other characters, and they think it's just too woke. When realistically, that is Fallout. Fallout is a critique of capitalism. It's a critique of America.
So you're saying people
critiques America. It's
just trying to label it a certain way, but
because they're unhappy with it, or they completely did an entirely different playthrough. Because you can side with what's considered the bad guys in each game.
So you think they're interpreting it, or do you think they're directly saying you shouldn't be putting like certain characters?
I think
or placing
I think
certain
basically
actors
what it is. They're complaining
roles.
about diversity.
Okay,
that's basically what it is.
Expand on that.
They're complaining that like they don't see themselves in the main character's shoes, which in all honesty,
Lucy's?
Yes, but the thing about Fallout is that you can put yourself in their shoes regardless.
So,
but the thing that's also it's a fucking TV show.
So what do you think? You think, or not you, but what you've read or seen, the woke is describing the main character as like a white female in the main role, and there's like it's a diversity hire or like a cop out or like
it's a cop out. It's pandering to an audience that isn't there.
Okay.
But the fact is, literally, you don't have to be anything to like Fallout.
Because I don't know about you, but me, my mind, it's a reasonable mind. You know, like when I watch things, I'll go, oh, fuck. There's going to be people having these crazy problems because I see it. But I'm not saying it's wrong. Does that make sense? Like I see what you're saying, but I don't agree with it. Like I don't think it's. I think you can make your mind think it's like that. Does that make sense? Like I think they could be like, oh, I could, you could be saying that, and you can make yourself think that, but from like a standpoint of just trying to see good cinema and good storytelling, I think she did a great job. Like I think the writing was good. It's people seem to like it. I mean, it's the numbers don't lie.
Absolutely,
the numbers don't lie. People binge watched it in the whole day, like within the day.
I that day we watched it at DJ's?
Why would you? Huh? Yeah.
I finished it the next day.
There you go. Like why? Like I think the majority are gonna agree that it's exactly what Fallout's supposed to be.
Yes, absolutely.
Fallout's woke. It has, from what I've heard, it's what we should be. Probably, if not, for me, I think there should be more diversity in anything because you're talking about a time frame where in right now society it's already becoming, a lot of things are open right now. Like a lot of things are able to talk about, and yes, there's a lot of people that are angry about certain things, but the ability to talk about it and bring it on the table is just amazing. Like I'm glad I'm living right now because we're in the midst of like the like it's still so long to go.
It's been a nerd renaissance for the last like 20 years.
Yeah, like we're here, we're talking about it, but like in Fallout, yeah, of course, fuck yeah, it should totally be crazy. And the thing is about it's a show, people. You know what I mean? Let your be happy, be a kid, be hopeful and dream and be excited. Don't let what you read or hear affect anything you do in life because you're worth it. This show was totally worth watching. I honestly already want to watch it again. I barely finished it last night. Steven, the homie, finished it. Shit.
I just watched it again today.
Hey, there you go.
I like literally started on the end of episode 2.
I personally thought it was beautiful. Like even how like innocent and dramatic they made the kiss between Maximus and Lucy, but like with everything going on, the chaos, like I was like, oh, beautiful, but then my logical mind was like, they don't got time for this shit. The Brotherhood is on the way. Like this homie got fucking crazy ass like fucking minds and shit, so you gotta kind of like hurry the fuck up but also be slow so you don't die. And then now there's a new ghoul on the loose too, which is kind of your homie, but you can't trust that motherfucker because like he's kind of like a little fiending motherfucker. Hope you guys enjoyed the podcast. That's about it. That's all we've got to do. We're gonna wrap it up. Fallout's an amazing show. I learned some things. I hope you learned some things. Steven knows obviously more about the video game series than I. I just like good cinema. I thought it was beautifully made, beautifully directed, and overall, go watch it if you haven't already. I'm Adrian, Twins Podcast. Here's Steven.
I found Fallout to be beautifully written, well crafted. The actors did amazing, including costume and prop design was just fantastic.
Really was.
Yes. Oh, it was beautiful. I hope
really
to see more.
Fucking was.
Beautiful. And as an avid Fallout fan, I hope we get spoiled with it because they have lots of material to work with.
You think there should be some Star Wars spoiling type shit? Get hell of it.
I think they'd release little snippets here and there.
It would sell. I mean, I feel like we're at the point where, like, I mean, too much of certain things, I don't think it. Oh, look at Star Trek. Look at different. You know what I mean? Like, Star Trek has a kind of, even Stargate. Like, man, like, I love good stuff, and this is some good stuff. And thank you for listening, spending time with us. We will get back to you with a day because we're going to be doing reoccurring days of uploads of podcasts. So we'll get back to you. But for now, for me at least, my TikTok, follow me, A to the Z Media. And then also the same as my YouTube page. One love. Steven, you got any socials you want to shout out?
I guess my TikTok is Stevie.wonders a lot. That's pretty much it. Honestly, I don't really do a lot of socials, but I do make videos for fun.
It's all good. You got a message for the people, though? Anything you want to let them know?
Above all, stay true to who you are. Be safe. Be friendly. And most of all, remember, it's illegal to lick doorknobs on other planets.
Yeah, fucking doorknob lickers. But this is the Twins Podcast. We love you. Hope you love us. Watch out till next time. One love.